Hello and welcome to MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live Fan Forum here today. You will not find bigger fans of the game. Xavi, Iniesta and Messi. Somebody just said on Twitter right now. Please welcome Mr. Bhattacharjya, Mr. Harsha Bhogle on the show. अभी ये कहा गया हमारे बारे में. Xavi, Iniesta and Messi of Cricbuzz. This is a lot of responsibility, gentlemen.
मुझे कुछ बोलना पड़ेगा. I'm a little speechless.
Yeah, are you trying to figure out whether you're Iniesta, whether you're like who's Messi here?
I've never been Messi in my life anyway. I've always been the sort of feeder. So maybe I'm Xavi.
Okay, so you're Iniesta.
The bori lo khud ko Messi kya problem?
I'm very messy anyway.
I love the way instead of saying everything.
You've seen me, my stuff's lying all over the room.
Instead of saying I'm Messi, he's saying okay, so okay, I guess that leaves Messi only.
By process of elimination, if the big brothers don't want it, I'll take it.
People are watching and saying खुद को तीनों बैठी खुद की तारीफ कर ले रहे हैं.
पहले start कर देना पहले, क्योंकि after this there will only be no तारीफ. So we thought let's set it up in the beginning, set up the tone. Well, right now there will be of course तारीफ for one of these two teams, because they both want to win and get themselves into a position where 16 points is possible for them. But the team that loses today effectively can only get to 12 then. They have to win the remaining two matches. But those two matches come after today's match. You're talking about Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab, who are playing in Hyderabad. Ravichandran Ashwin won the toss and decided that SRH will bat first, and that's not really something SRH like doing too much.
Yeah, true, but you know, we're now reaching a stage where matches are resembling knockout games.
Okay.
They're not actually knockout games yet, but they're resembling knockout games where suddenly you say, oops, they've made 180.
Yeah.
Where runs on the board can just start to exert pressure. I mean, we saw KKR play against MI.
Yeah.
If they had to chase 210 batting, I don't know if they batted the same way.
Yeah.
So you're batting first and you suddenly post 180 on that Hyderabad wicket, and suddenly Punjab saying, oh, okay. So it may not be such a bad thing. I mean, I know both sides wanted to chase, but same thing happened yesterday as well.
I completely agree, especially if you have a inexperienced lower order batting. Your 4, 5, 6, 7 haven't fired. So if you look at that, I'd have to say that...
You're talking about both teams?
I'm talking about, both teams
Both
actually.
teams,
The description works for both teams, exactly. Both of them are top order heavy. If you don't have, a good 4, 5, 6, 7 or consistent 4, 5, 6, 7s, you're probably better off batting at this stage of the tournament. He's absolutely right.
Yeah, batting first, and that also with Punjab, they're going to be, they're going to be chasing, and if they chase an imposing total, that too in Hyderabad now, they don't do well in away games. I was saying last night that we Punjabis don't like leaving home. Ghar mein, the ice in the glass has to be...
Except when you go to Canada.
Yeah, Sir, that is Punjab. That's in Punjab.
Okay.
Toronto's in Punjab. And they don't, the Kings 11 don't travel well as well. They've only won one game out of the 6. That's the first one that they won in Jaipur.
The good thing for them is they don't travel well, but they're winning a lot at home.
Yeah.
They've got two games at home at the end of this.
Yeah.
So my gut feel is we could have a traffic jam on 14.
Let's show you that. We love traffic jams. We love scenario.com. So there you go. Please talk us through the potential. There is a traffic jam right now at 10 points. Everybody seems to like 10 points a lot. But remember that by the end of today, there will be 3 teams who would have played 12 and have 10 points.
Show you that. We love traffic.
Right?
Joy has done it again.
Keep telling him not to hold his... Cut back to him. I want to see his sheepish expression. Please cut back to his face.
This was the event of the IPL last year.
It happened
Joy
again.
suddenly watching himself.
Yeah, so
I'm not watching myself.
Joy has obviously some sort of vanity issue where he's got his Cricbuzz app on, and when he gets a notification that the show has started, he presses yes by mistake.
I was checking the teams while you guys were talking away. I wanted to check the teams. ये मैं science की तरफ से कर रहा था. Guys,
he loves watching it, loves it. We'll come back to the points table now. Come back to the points table, and there you go. So the team that wins today will go to 12 points, and everybody would have played 12 now. So that means by today, you will have 2 at 16, 1 at 14, 1 at 12, 3 at 10.
3 on 10, correct. And Bangalore, whom RCB fans are trying to find a scenario by which Bangalore can still qualify, which is akin to me, who's never climbed a hill, climbing Everest without oxygen on my first attempt. But it's possible.
And that also like Spider-Man. like that.
You're not making many fans in Bangalore.
No, I'll tell you what, I like the RCB fans because they back their team so much.
They never give up.
But you're on 8.
Yeah.
And to try and create a scenario where you can win with 12 is sort of postponing reality and embracing fantasy.
But why not? I'm just.
That's what a fan's life is.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Zara rewind karke erase.
Yeah,
also-
he'll play it right now. That portion would have been gone. We'll remove that portion when you play it.
But Virat has already said that he wants to go back and vote on the 12th. In which case, I don't think he thinks he has too much chance.
I think I'm going to bump into him at the polling station because we both vote in Gurgaon.
Is he going to vote for Gambhir? Or is there different constituencies?
No,
Different constituencies.
Okay.
Ooh, look at you, little gossip website happening over here. But listen, today, very important, obviously, for both teams to win this, because let's see what their fixtures are ahead. Is it easy? Is it difficult? They want to get, you never want to postpone to tomorrow what you can do today. Yes. So they both want to win it because Hyderabad, after this, have to play Mumbai at the Wankhede. Right? They must be nursing wounds from the last time with Alzari Joseph got 6 wickets, right? So that's the game. And then they play RCB in Bangalore. Remember, that's the last match that RCB will be playing of the season at their home ground. And they love sort of hammering people when they have nothing to lose, right?
And actually, Bangalore are playing far better cricket now than at the start of the season. So that could well be a Bangalore game,
Absolutely right. Till yesterday, you would have said, Punjab is an easy encounter against Kolkata. Now you don't say that after last night's game. You're like, Kolkata has arrested that slide, thankfully. And then they play Chennai. Now, both these games are at home. They play Chennai on the final day. Now, you don't know which Chennai is showing up. Are you getting the hyper-achievers of the first 3 weeks of the tournament, or are you getting the underachievers of the last 10 years?
Depends whether it's Chennai with Dhoni or Chennai without Dhoni.
There you go.
No, that's one. The other interesting thing is, suppose you have a situation where Kings 11 is a game away from qualifying. Okay?
Yeah.
Dhoni is fit. But Dhoni decides not to make the journey. They decide to rest him.
Yeah.
And you can imagine what the reaction would be then by all the other teams who are maybe on 14 and saying that, hey, guys, you can't do this. Dhoni, get onto this plane.
They're going to pick up Dhoni and drop him at Mohali, aren't they?
Yeah, but remember, Chennai have qualified, but Chennai want to finish 1 or 2 because that game is in Chennai.
That game they have to.
So the first qualifier is in Chennai. So Chennai want to finish 1 and 2 too.
Yeah, and they want to. So that game will have significance for both teams.
It will. Just as the last game, Mumbai versus KKR here will. Because if by chance Mumbai has already reached 16 by then, they then have a chance of maybe pipping Delhi Capitals.
Yeah, because now, the thing is, very interestingly, and it's got set up so nicely, Chennai and Delhi have a game as well.
Yes.
Right, so which means that...
No, but that's the thing. If Chennai wins against Delhi, then the last match is not so meaningful.
Then their last match, then it's pretty much guaranteed. But you can't take a Delhi win right now for granted, right?
Not at all.
It's 1 and 2 in the table who are going to be playing each other.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not an easy game, and they're playing it in Chennai, but that still won't be an easy game.
It should be fascinating. It should be fascinating.
Yeah, we thought 2 weeks ago that the IPL was starting to get a little predictable because teams were starting to drop out. We thought, okay, RR is gone, RCB is gone, KKR is on the verge of going. And all of a sudden you see that in the tail end, the teams at the bottom have done well. And so the IPL is now more open than it seemed it would be 2 weeks ago.
Correct. So you may not have those teams in contention, but what they're doing is they're causing a lot of chaos on the teams above them, especially RCB and RR. And RR now looks like they are in contention. They are in contention.
Technically in contention.
They can get to 14.
I often try and link parallels to the Premiership, the IPL a bit like the Premiership. The only difference is here, everybody's trying to qualify, and in the Premiership, nobody wants to be 3rd and 4th. They're all trying to be 5th and 6th.
That hurt.
You saw the tweet from FC Sevilla?
No, I didn't.
They said, guys, if none of you wants to be 4th, we're happy to take it.
We'll come in and get the job done. Okay, so we'll have a look at the teams as well because there's some interesting changes that have been made for both teams. Both teams have made 3 changes. Remember, for Sunrisers Hyderabad, actually, let's talk about this for a second because what change they make today is actually irrespective. What's the change they're going to make for their next game because this is David Warner's last game?
So he's got to deliver this performance before he goes. He's been the talisman.
Yeah.
He just turns up year after year and banks you. It's almost like he's telling SRH management, right, here's 500 runs. Now let's look beyond that. That's minimum.
Of team runs.
Yeah.
They're even more important this year because not only is he getting the runs, he seems to be the only one who's getting the runs.
He's scoring a third of the runs.
Yeah.
Scoring more than a third of their runs, and at that pace, 143, he's batting at 143. Incredible. And it's just that if you think about it, the year he dropped out, Kane Williamson went and got 735 runs for them.
Yeah.
Kane Williamson this year, I think, has struggled. I think he's played about...
Got 41 or 44 in total.
Can you believe it? The guy who was the orange cap last year, and I don't think in the history of the IPL, even with injury, have you had such a steep drop.
Yeah.
Is there another team, though, this team was defined by Warner and Bairstow.
Yeah.
As a result, they say when you got the giant oak tree, nothing grows in its shade.
Yeah.
So Warner and Bairstow at one point scored 71% of the runs. The others have just not hit enough balls. We talk about 14 games in the IPL, but the others have hit only 40, 50 balls in the middle.
Yeah, it's valid
so
point.
the others are suddenly thinking, oops, Bairstow gone, Warner gone, we have to stand up. But you know what?
The good thing is Manish Pandey has done it in the last 2 games, and that's been really
Pandey is
good.
batting at 3. I mean, Manish Pandey was asked, but what number do you want to bat? He wants to bat 5. And I can't understand for the life of me, even as captain of Karnataka, he bats at 5. Manish Pandey has to bat 3, right?
Yeah.
Generally in T20 cricket, people are punching each other to be able to bat in the top 3.
Yeah.
So he's batting the top 3 is best.
So Manish Pandey, very interestingly, I mean, since the KKR days, one of the things we saw is, a lot of guys are bolters, so they want to quickly get off the mark, get a single.
Yeah.
Manish Pandey is different. He has to hit one of his first 5-6 balls for a 4. Once he hits that ball for a 4 or 6, in his mind something different happens.
Yeah.
The last 2 matches, I think the first ball he hit a ball for 4.
Yep.
The next match, I think the third or fourth ball he hit for 4.
Yeah.
So with Manish Pandey, if you're the opposing captain, what you turn around and says, do not give this guy an early boundary. Do not give him that chance, because he's a belief player. He needs to believe that, okay, today is my day. If it's his day, he's a different player.
Yeah, he really has been. They need to get more runs from Vijay Shankar.
Correct.
Vijay Shankar has just been...
India needs more runs from Vijay
India
Shankar.
needs more runs from Vijay Shankar.
He's got good number. He's batting 3-4 throughout.
Yeah.
He's not like a Hooda or a Yusuf Pathan who's coming in right at the end where you're not allowed to block a single ball. And
Correct.
So he's been the disappointment. I think there have been 3 big disappointments for Sunrisers this year. I think Siddharth Kaul, Sandeep Sharma.
Yeah.
Sandeep Sharma is just being a different bowler. He's no longer a swing bowler. He's just what take the pace off bowler now. So Siddharth Kaul, Sandeep Sharma, and then that core of Vijay Shankar, Deepak Hooda, Yusuf Pathan. Then they're not getting anything from this lot.
Yeah. And that's why they've got Abhishek Sharma in today. Under 19 player, hard hitter.
Which is the Shakib equivalent.
Yeah.
So they want the Shakib equivalent in Abhishek and get Nabi to bowl to. They've got Gale. They've got
Sandeep Sharma to bowl to Gale as well, right? They both.
But he doesn't swing the ball anymore.
Yeah, it's a different Gale, perhaps a little better, and it's Sandeep Sharma whose game probably, as you say, his action has sort of dropped away a little bit. But such an interesting game here.
I don't see that lineup working that way. I still don't see Riddhiman batting up the order. Now, I actually like the SRH's logic. Their logic, the logic normally, which a lot of teams do, is that we can't bat Riddhiman Shah anywhere else. The truth is, would you change a guy not being able to bat anywhere else to
guys who can bat somewhere else? Yeah. You're trying to cover up your weakness by adjusting your strengths.
Manish Pandey, and you're going to put...
It's the Parthiv Patel syndrome for 12 years of the IPL.
Parthiv Patel syndrome. Absolutely, that's what I call it.
But at least this year Parthiv has delivered runs.
Yeah.
But normally it is, but Parthiv can't bat anywhere else. It's like saying, some guy can't play anywhere else, so let's play Messi in midfield.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Right back or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he
mean,
will do well anyway.
I would have either Saha says, I'll play like Sunil Narayan. I won't waste balls. If I get out, I'll get out in 7-8 balls.
Yeah.
But I won't waste balls. Or I'll have him at 7 on the principle that hardly anything goes down to 7 anyway.
Correct.
And I'll open with Williamson.
And he might not even get to 7 because you're look at that batting lineup. You've got Nabi and Rashid. Now, they've underused Rashid, the batsman.
And Mohammad Nabi is a fearsome finisher for his Melbourne franchise.
Absolutely, sir. In some matches, he was batting at 4 and 5 also. Right? So, forget about even there's a solid bat as well. So, you would probably go Warner, Williamson, then go to Pandey, Shankar, maybe Nabi, Abhishek Sharma, Rashid. That's 7. Then if you need more than that, you're in trouble.
Guys can't deliver it for you in 20 overs. You can never ever in a T20 match depend on batsmen's 8, 9, 10, 11. You shouldn't have.
You got 232 yesterday with 4 players. Right? So if they start firing, that's what you're going to get. Otherwise, you're going to end up...
Yesterday, there was Robin Uthappa with his new good boy haircut. Right?
Yes.
Neat partying, whatever, good boy, all sitting
Supandi.
This is Supandi?
Yeah.
As in the Tinkle Comics?
Yeah, Tinkle Comics.
But and he didn't get a chance to bat. So I would load my side with the best batsman up front and say if it comes to Riddhiman Shah, it comes to him down.
And if it comes to him, it's obviously going to come to him with 4 overs to spare anyway. Like if it goes down to 7 or 8, then you play your game here, don't worry. Then at that time, we need the 25 of 20.
Though. They haven't had great finishes.
I don't think they're using it. You see, Rashid, 10 runs off those 2 balls against Punjab. Right? The last time that they played.
Rashid is criminally underutilized.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you should be batting him at 7.
Now there you go, batting in death overs for Hyderabad. So they obviously they have some of the hitters. They've probably strategically got it wrong. Well, there you go, their run rate, ball per boundary. What is BPD? Ball per dismissal. Acha, I thought they can't put BPO, no? Ball per out. Because BPO log sochenge it's call center. Yes, so BPD. Actually, getting out is a call center only, call you back. Come.
But if you see it, you can immediately make out. Look at Kolkata and Mumbai. Basically, that's Hardik Pandya and Andre Russell and Kieran Pollard out there.
Yeah.
They are the guys who are really giving you finishing out there. Bangalore's not done badly, but again, Bangalore's played a lot in Bangalore where a lot of runs tend to happen anyway in the last.
Look at that, 10.63. That means you're talking of 10.5. 10.5. You're talking about 52, 53 runs.
Yeah.
Right? In the last five overs. If you're chasing and you got 52 in the last 5, you back the batting side to get those anyway. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting 50 in 3. 50 in the last 3 has happened 14, 15 times
So
already.
they have got 50 runs, more than 50 runs in the last 5 overs only twice in this tournament.
Yeah.
Hyderabad. That's how much they're in shambles when it comes to there, and that's also been Warner.
And that was something that Yusuf or Hooda should have delivered there at the end, or a Rashid. Rashid's not playing enough, so they're struggling a bit at the end.
Interesting that Irfan has just posted and he said something and we checked it up. The numbers actually add up. He said that Yusuf basically has had 9 games. He's been not out in 5 games. He's not batted in 2. So he's been out effectively only in 2 games. And he's faced only 41 deliveries.
Yeah.
So they were judging him
Throughout the IPL.
Throughout the IPL. So and he played the last till I think match number 8 he was playing regularly.
Yeah.
So 9 matches he's played. So the truth of it is, have you given him enough of a chance to do what he can do?
Interesting. Okay, well, you can pick your team and you put whatever order you want because you are the captain, you are the boss of your MPL super team. Download the app and then, of course, select the game for today, which is Punjab and Hyderabad. Join the contest. Get up on the leaderboard. Give us 400 points today. Come on, you can do it. Let's have a look at the teams. The visiting team first. Let's see what Punjab has done. Sorry, we've already seen Hyderabad. The visiting team now. You have Mujib, Prabh Simran and Arshdeep Singh coming in. Now let's see whose place they're coming in.
Yeah, Mandeep Singh has gone.
Mandeep has gone.
Simran,
Yeah, Hardus Villian is gone.
Hardus is gone.
So they're banking on the slowish tracks and
Ankit Rajput is gone.
and they're playing.
So the three of them are gone.
They're playing 3 spinners.
Good to see Mujib is fit. Obviously, shoulder trouble is behind him.
And this pitch, they need him. They need a spinner of his quality out here. Interesting is Arshdeep because this is the pitch where last year I think Ankit Rajput got a 5
Exactly, this was it.
This was the pitch. But he's been having such a wretched IPL with no balls and everything.
Yeah.
And he's just fallen apart. Just somewhere he's dropped out. But this team also has a lot of wicket keepers for some reason. Again, there's Puran, there's Rahul, there's Prabh Simran.
Yeah.
So again, they're like the England team. If you have a lot of wicket keepers, you probably do well.
But what I like about Punjab is they said the batsmen will bat and the bowlers will bowl. Now most teams, it's a dangerous ploy to say I've got 5 bowlers. That's it. I have to play with these 5.
It's not been paying off for them. Because if you see, we've got some numbers of how their pacers have been leaking runs.
Yeah, they don't have a 6th bowler.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that's the trouble. And there you go. Look at it. Economy rates per season, they are the worst, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to, this is just the pacers, right?
Pace versus spin,
But what is interesting in that graphic is for every team, spin has done better than pace.
Yeah.
So and they have 3 spinners. So if you want to take a weighted average, pace has gone more expensive, but they only have 2 pacers. But you're right. When it comes to the last 2 overs, who's going to block those runs?
Yeah.
Because Shami's been taking wickets, but he's going at over 9 and over.
Yeah. And especially at the back end. At the back end, they're really leaking runs.
Because
but the thing is, they leak runs at the back end, but Hyderabad's not scoring them at the back end.
So this is going to be an interesting tussle. It's going to be an interesting tussle.
Can the Punjab bowlers bring the Hyderabad lower order into form, or can the Hyderabad lower order bring the Punjab death bowlers into form?
Exactly. One of them is going to do.
When you're bowling at the end, say like Shami is bowling at the end, you bowl 4 excellent deliveries and you can go at 12 and over. The way that the Hardiks and the Pollards and the Russells are batting, you can actually bowl 4 excellent deliveries out of 6 and go for 12 and over.
Yeah.
Because they're lining themselves up for 6 balls. If they connect 2 out of 6, that's a 10-12 run over.
The other interesting thing is, given this team composition right now, you might see Mujib bowling towards death because they don't have another death bowler.
Okay.
So if one pacer is doing it, because Villian was bowling the death for them.
Let's pull Punjab up again and then we can just see that because they are going to be bowling first. So let's have a look at that. You have Mujib there and Joy's call is that you may just bowl Mujib in the power play. Interesting.
No, I'm saying you may bowl Mujib in the death.
At the death, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like a proper bowler, like a proper fast bowler, 2 up, 2 death?
He could. Because see, the problem with them is that Shami is not really a death bowler. They might have one over for him at the end. You can't bowl Murugan Ashwin out there. The only option you have is Arshdeep.
Yeah, they've given up on Sam Curran, right? As a top 6 batsman, someone who bats at 6 and gives you 2-3 overs.
No, but barely played him though.
They've given up on.
No, he went and got that hat trick and he was doing very well.
Given up on
suddenly
Curran.
went off the boil.
Yeah, so they may just play him in
I would
Mohali.
have thought Curran for Puran, but Puran in the last game went and got those runs at the end. So they're happy with Puran.
But didn't win it.
The other guy whose form is just completely puzzles me is David Miller. He seems to be such an on-off player. When he is on, he's had a couple of superlative IPL seasons, and then he suddenly disappeared.
But the big IPL seasons were all in the past. In the last 2 or 3 years, he hasn't had a big IPL.
He hasn't a big one. He hasn't had the killer Miller
They made him
IPL.
captain, and then he started.
In fact, the other day as well, I think when they were in the big chase, they needed Miller to
step up.
Get the runs. Didn't do it. So. Both these teams, obviously, I think both these teams every year, this year they felt it, last year they felt it, they feel the duration and the length of the IPL, which is why towards the second half, go a little. That's my way of describing the stat to you. That's their form, guys. So there you go, Hyderabad and Punjab, and this happens. And remember what happened to Punjab last year, right? They had won 6 out of the first 7,
Yeah, 6
and
out
then
of
they
7.
couldn't win anything for love or money.
They forgot to brake just before the cliff. Like in the movies, the car is going on.
Roadrunner.
Brakes before the... correct. They forgot to brake and they fell over. And again, they've lost 4 out of 5. The only chance really now is their last 2 games at home. They've got to win those last 2 games at home. Come on, me.
Yeah, this happened to Hyderabad last year as well. They lost the last 4 going into the playoffs. If you remember, they lost their last 4
Then they recovered
games.
a bit and somehow managed to make it to the finals. But yeah.
Yeah, no, they had already qualified.
Yeah,
They pretty much had qualified going into the last week, but they lost. So they topped the table, then they slipped down. But they lost everything leading up to the playoffs. So what happens? I mean,
it's an amazing tournament because it takes so much out of you, and you've got to keep that intensity going for that long.
People don't realize. I think people just think,
grueling tournament.
It's 14. You have to play 14 matches over 6 weeks. But there's so much behind the scenes that you don't see.
The toughest tournament in the world, the IPL.
Yeah.
It's not just the most glamorous tournament, it's the toughest tournament. So now you're coming to the end. You've been on the road now for how many weeks?
Yeah.
We started on the 23rd of March. We've been on the road all this time.
Yeah.
And now you're expected to deliver the performance that takes you into the playoffs.
Yeah. And there's the heat. It's a big country, so therefore taking flights from one place to the other pretty much can take the whole day sometimes. Joy, you've done this with teams. People don't realize it's happening.
It's a killer. Do you know the hardest working people right now, the 2 people who are working the hardest right now, 3 actually,
Physios.
Physio, the trainer and the massier. And many teams will have not 1 massier, 2 massiers. So you would actually have a situation when these players are so tired and their bodies are stiff. So the massier would sit behind them in the flight and be massaging them throughout the flight.
Wow.
But that's exactly what it is because they're so busy. So massiers used to have slots starting from 6 o'clock. The poor guy had to work till 1:30 at night.
Did you have a masseur for the masseur after that? For recovery?
No, but he was looked after.
Yeah.
He was looked after.
Were you giving the masseur a massage afterwards saying, Beta theek ho?
But he was an interesting personality. He told us that, he actually once worked for a very rich Punjabi businessman.
Joy, are you sure you want to complete this story?
No,
come on. You have the opportunity. You have the option of
And then he said कि मैं घर में था, वहाँ BMW का चाबी था, मैं सोचा मैं भी गाड़ी चला लूँ. गुरदासपुर में ट्रैक्टर चलाया था, गाड़ी चलाया, लग गई, उसने नौकरी से निकाल दी.
बस सिर्फ नौकरी से ही निकाला.
But he ended up in KKR. What the hell?
Worked out. He struck gold with a lottery. That's pretty amazing. All right, well, we're going to once again show you the points table just to tell you how important this game is today for both teams. And actually, we said this yesterday, gentlemen. You were both not here with us yesterday. I said this game is also important for all the people around. Yeah. Right? There's everybody.
Top and bottom.
We're at that stage now. So, Punjab are playing Hyderabad. What are Kolkata thinking? Kolkata, when Mumbai, actually they're 10. The top 3 are not as worried about this game, but it's the logjam at 10.
Yeah. They're all interested. Everybody there is interested.
Actually, it's a funny one because
whichever
one wins
is going to go on 12.
Yeah.
So this game does not affect the teams below as much as some of the other teams.
Yeah.
So when you're playing one of the top 3 games, then you want the side that's with you to
what they really want, what the other teams really want is torrential rain today. Yeah. That was what it really was.
No. We don't want it.
I know. We don't. But
we want the game. All right. It's going to rain on you a little bit right now. So I hope you have your umbrellas open because the joy factor question is coming. Over to you, sir.
This is a simple one. Here goes. Which city/town has produced the most man of the match winners in World Cup finals?
Hang on. So you're not talking about venues of World Cup finals. You're talking about where these man of the match winners have come from.
Yeah, where were they born?
Place of origin.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Fairly surprised with the answer.
I hope so. Otherwise, why would Joy be asked to set a question if he doesn't surprise people?
Yeah.
Otherwise, Gaurav and me could sit and set questions.
It's got to be an Australian. Obviously, they've won the most World Cups.
Hey, you could win with 2 also. I'm not saying anything.
Oh, that's also true, actually. You could be somebody could be an Indian also. No, yeah. Oh, this is interesting. I don't think this answer will come instantly. I think this answer will take a while.
It will take 35 seconds knowing the monsters sitting on the other
Shall I check? Has it come already?
Hashtag Cricbuzz Live on Twitter. Bring in your answers. 35 seconds. Your time starts. Where's my watch? We have guessing time now for the MPL Super Couch. Sunrisers Hyderabad batting first. What you think they gonna get? I just want to tell you, it'll be unfair if I don't tell you. Riddhiman Saha's come out to open the batting. So now you have that information, please.
You're going to say 182 anyway, right?
Perhaps.
But I might say 181.
Perhaps.
I'm saying 181.
181. Okay, what are you saying?
I'm saying 166.
Then I'm going to come in the middle somewhere. No, actually, I think it's going to be a really low-scoring match today. So the last one.
I'm saying 181, but if they get 181, they better win. They're winning from there.
I'm saying that they're going to get 132 today.
Oh,
right.
It's going to be a low-scoring game, and they might still win.
Huh? क्या बोल रहे हैं?
क्या बोल रहे भाई बड़ा भाई?
हमारे को 132 में ऑल आउट कर दिया.
Just giving you something to think about. Yeah. All right, we're going to see you.
Last request, please wish Ashish Nehra happy birthday.
Ashish Nehra ji, happy birthday. I'll call him right now and tell him.
Yeah, and please also,
But
ask
remember,
him.
if you're calling him after 10 overs, we have to
come here for MPL presents Cricbuzz.
So you have to tell him that after 10 overs, sorry, I have to.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Quick one, is his dog really named Durban? I want to know.
It doesn't have a dog.
Okay, so somebody told me his dog is named Durban. Please check up. Have you ever had a dog named Durban?
I think he probably said Darban once and somebody thought that. Yeah. Okay, we'll see you at the end of the 10th over. That's all we have time for on MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. We're going to see you around in a bit. So, yeah, don't miss us when we come the next time. Cheers.